Good afternoon, everyone. Here is the Forest Avenue Community Orchard as of July 23rd, 2016. We made some significant improvements this summer. One being the mulched path underneath all the trees. The other being the prairie habitat, native prairie habitat. Some spectacular flowers and grasses, thanks to Peoples for Pollinators from the Neil Smith Wildlife Refuge for donating the plants, the seeds. We've created a wooden or a mulched path down the center, and I'm walking from the back of the orchard forward. It's probably time to take the caution tape and T-posts out. This is our resident pear tree that's been here since we received the lot. If you look closely, it's covered in pears, although it's dropping tons of them every day. I don't know if you can see that or not. Another look from a different angle at the prairie area. And then we get into the gardening area. We have 8 raised beds, 6 inches tall, 4 foot wide, 10 foot long. We just got the bed set this week and mulched in. We've got more mulch to put down on this side and along our path of trees there. This is looking down the way we came from. We're debating on whether or not to put a park bench here or an enclosure for the bees. That's still up in the air. So then, as we make our way through the vegetable garden area, got a couple trellises here on the end. We're hoping to plant these out this week, get some fall crops in. I've got some turnips and beets, kale, radishes, carrots to plant. This here is our pollinator area that we planted when we planted the trees originally. And I haven't had the heart to mow it down because it's just so pretty. I love the variety of flowers coming up. So eventually this area, as we exit the garden, will be a playscape for kids, and I don't know how we're going to do it or what it's going to look like, but that's the plan. So I'm going to come back here and show you down this other row of trees that have been mulched in. This is on the west side of the lot, and as you can see, that was mulched in. Youth from Community Youth Concepts did this one. They had a volunteer day and they brought out a group of kids and they helped mulch all this in. They did a wonderful job. And we've got some cucumbers and beans growing back along the fence line here as we come forward. And now we've progressed out of what will be the play area and into what is going to be the learning center and gathering area. Currently we have an 8x12 deck donated by Abundant Design and Jeff Ryland. Thank you, Jeff. We have some beehives, one of which was donated by Be Together, Be Apart, or Be Apart, Be Together. That's how you say that. Shane Bixby and his wife run that. and they've donated us a hive. So we've got 3 beehives active with colonies in them, potentially a 4th one at my house that'll be moved over here. The long-term goal for these is to build a 6-foot privacy fence enclosure with a double gate, quite possibly over underneath that pear tree, and house them in there, because that way they'll be safe and secure and away from vandalism. Although this year we haven't had any problems with vandalism to speak of thus far. Currently I'm walking to the east side of the lot to show this row of trees here. This stump is soon to be removed, as is that stump. Maybe we'll put the garden bench right there. That might not be a bad spot either. This is looking back to the south along the east property line. And this is again looking north down the east property line. It's starting to come together, guys. It's beginning to look like a park. So, as I mentioned, moving forward here, we've got 2 picnic tables, we've got a deck or a stage, and we've got a bunch of open area. We are looking for picnic tables to put in this area. A couple more. Maybe some grills, some charcoal grills, or something to that effect, just to make this a welcoming park environment area. So then as we come forward to the front, you can see we've got an area mulched in with a cherry tree here. I don't know if that garden bed's going to be permanent there or not. I haven't decided yet. We've got an arched entry way here. These stones eventually are going to get set in the ground in there and become just like footpath stones. We've got another mulched area, and this curves around from, it's kind of hard to see with the picnic table there. We're back to the west side of the property line. This should be the northwest corner as the path comes around and turns, and you can see there how that looks. So on the top of the hill at the entrance, we have planted a couple rows of sunflowers all the way along here, with green beans planted in the middle, although the rabbits have really had their way with the green beans. Probably need to replant those. On the other side of our entryway, arched entryway, is another row of sunflowers, again with beans planted in between. We were hoping the beans would come up faster than the sunflowers, but because the rabbits ate the beans so, I don't know, drastically, the beans are stunted and they're not coming up, and now they're being shaded out by the sunflowers. So on the front of these sunflowers at the entrance are ornamental vining gourds, and so we're going to vine those. Whoops, I fell. We're going to vine those going down the hill here. And there again, I was hoping these would grow a little bit faster. They seem to be relatively slow growing though, and eventually have gourds growing through along the hill on both sides. So, and then you can see as we go down to the parking, we've mulched that all in 100%, edged it with brick, put some raised bed planters in there, and we've got more sunflowers on either side, and a couple beds of flowers, bedding flowers. Sorry for the video there, I'm not good at this. And that is Forest Avenue Community Orchard. We'll call it 2.0. Volunteer work groups are always welcome to come. If you need a place to hold an event, it's open and available. contact Ralph Chiodo. And that's it, guys. Really coming together.